Good afternoon, everybody. Phil Simons with Columbia Grain here in your Friday afternoon weekly grain market recap. Well, today we're honored to have Nate Hicks, our buyer extraordinaire, coming from Great Falls, Montana with us. Nate's going to kind of give us a little bit of a rundown in terms of what we're seeing in Montana, as we are seeing the harvest really kicking off now. And according to the USDA, at least, Nate, we had the winter wheat harvested percent was coming in, I think, close to 22% as of Monday earlier this week. So what's going on in Montana? How are things looking?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Phil. Happy to be here. Yeah, like you said, we started off in harvest probably a week or two ago, really kind of getting the thick of it. Most guys, producers are starting out with green and yellow peas, and then depending on the area, winter wheat as well, like you hit on. For winter wheat across the state, we're seeing numbers 50 bushels an acre to 30 bushels, kind of depending on where the water and moisture kind of hit little pockets here and there. So that's really kind of been the factor of it. And then this last 2 weeks of just strong heat, 90 plus consistently, has really made these guys get in a lot faster. For peas, we're seeing over on the eastern side of Montana, yellow peas are coming in 30 to 50 bushels an acre. On the western north side of it, we're seeing more of 5 to 10 bushels. So once again, harvest is kind of dependent on where the moisture's at and who's got the, the little pockets here and there.
Sure.
But as far as the crops are looking good. Winter wheat's looking awesome. No quality issues, concerns there. Protein is coming in a little low, but we're still not even 50% of the way through on that yet. So as that keeps coming in, hopefully that gets a little bit up there. And then as far as barley, that's been a big one too. Guys worrying about barley and spring wheat. Little early to tell yet, but if they did get it in a little later, as far as seeding, there are some concerns of it potentially burning up. But we won't have more of that until it starts rolling in. So overall, I think guys are really happy for what they're seeing. Could be some higher numbers in areas, but given the heat, I think as long as you're not having anything burn up or get out of control, guys are just kind of going with what they've got right now. So yeah.
That's a great rundown, Nate. Really do appreciate it. And like you said, I mean, we're really just kind of getting into the thick of harvest now. So we're going to see a lot of variations, and there are a lot of variations to come. So, a lot more weather too that we can continue to play into this thing. And that's going to be a real big driver as we go forward as well. But, as we were saying with prices too, today we did see a little bit of a rebound in the wheat pit or in the wheat markets. And we are seeing the nearby cash values at a lot of the stations in Montana for winter wheat, at least, right close to $5, if not at $5. So again, be sure to get a hold of Nate, get your orders out there, get them working, and it really from anything from cash orders to basis orders, accumulators, hedge to arise, whatever it may be, we can get those orders out there and working for you. And we are going to share a screen with you just briefly, just to kind of look and see what the pricing activity was throughout the week. And if we navigate over to our favorite website, columbiagrain.com, and in the upper right-hand corner, if we go to the Producer Solutions tab, we can take a look and see where the weekly futures ranges and net changes did happen on the week. So again, if we take a look at corn and soybeans to start on the left-hand side, we did have a weekly range in corn, again, of pretty decent for corn, quite honestly, coming in at 18 cents. The weekly change was actually a net loss of 4 cents on the week. Soybeans continues to put in a pretty good range as well. We had a 31-cent range there. Actually lost 17 cents week on wheat when we are looking at new crop November beans. And when we turn the page and we look at the wheat complex, we actually did wind the week up on a positive note here, with Kansas September having a 27-cent range and actually holding on to 14 cents of that overall range there. Over in Chicago, we had a 26-cent range and a weekly net gain of 16 cents there. And in Minneapolis, similar fashion, right, had a 24-cent range there and a weekly range, or a weekly change rather, of holding on to 7 cents from what we saw throughout the week. So again, just really trying to highlight the importance of getting your orders out there, getting them working to take advantage of any reactions that we are seeing, especially when we are in the middle of harvest, because everybody's so busy that you're not going to be able to take advantage of any knee-jerk reactions as they could potentially happen. So be sure to get your orders out there and working. Other than that, Nate, really do appreciate the rundown. Appreciate you jumping on here today. And I hope everybody has a great weekend, but we're going to go ahead and wrap everything up. And remember, when the plate of cookies goes around the table, be sure to grab a couple of them. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll talk with you next week.